What's up YouTube, it's GhostRider15 here, back at it again with another Edison format video. And today's video is going to be a duel review between me and DFGHJHGS. We'll just call him DF for the sake of the video. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So I lose RPS, that means I'm going to be going second. So, I'm going to be playing gadgets, as you can see. I start off with a hand of Green Gadget, Starlight Road, Oppression, Solidarity, and MST. This is a pretty good hand. So he starts off with Allure of Darkness, and he banishes the Greffer, so this is giving me the vibe that my opponent is playing Vayu Turbo. But here they summon Shura. I'm still not 100% sure if it's just Blackwing or Vayu with a tech Shura, because I have seen that before. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. He sets one, passes it to me, and I draw a red gadget. So here I decide to go ahead and use the MST because I'm afraid of Icarus attack. I want to be able to set my Starlight Road on the end phase. I don't want it to get hit by Icarus on the end phase. Now it's not going to do anything. And it turns out I was right. It was an Icarus, so that was a good play by me. So I go ahead and summon the red gadget first because red gadget has lower attack than green, so I know the Shura is gonna run over the red gadget, so I'd rather keep the green gadget. So I just set my Starlight and Oppression and pass. He attacks as I expected, and I really hope he goes for Black Rose. I doubt it. He summons Vayu, attacks, and he makes the correct play because I have Oppression set. I draw into Deep Prison, which is decent here. So first I summon the green gadget before going Solidarity to avoid Bottomless. Now I activate the Solidarity. I attack into his Vayu. And here he's gonna Icarus, and I have Starlight Road. And for a second, I have to debate here if I want to summon the Stardust, because once the Stardust dies, I'm gonna have a dragon in my graveyard, and Solidarity is no longer gonna work. So, yeah, it's a little risky bringing out the Stardust, but at the same time, Stardust is so good, you know. So I decided to just bring it out. I'm looking pretty good here. But as soon as I say that, he has Whirlwind, the best card in Blackwings. So I have no choice but to let that resolve. He searches Kalute. Here he specials Gale, and I have Oppression. I have to Oppression this because it's going to cut one of these monsters in half, and that is not good for me. He attacks, and I have Deep Prison, so I'm fine. He sets one. I'm not worried, I have Stardust. And he just scoops it up. The gadgets were too powerful for that in that duel. So we go to game 2. He's going to start off again. My hand is Gear Frame, Upstart, Gear Frame, Solidarity, Fortress. Not that good of a hand. But he just sets 1 and passes, so it's not that bad. I draw into Scrap Recycler. This is the tech that I was playing. And I don't know how I feel about it. So he hits me with the turn 1 Dust Shoe, unfortunately. He sends back Scrap Recycler. I summon Gear Frame. Activate effect. Get Fortress or Force. Then I upstart and I draw into my side deck Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. None of my monsters are dark, so I figured Shadow Mirror is good here. I know it's not great against Blackwings, but it still stops key cards like Blizzard, Shura, Gale, and also Sirocco. He just sets 1 monster, passes, which I'm gonna assume is Vayu. Pure Blackwing usually doesn't do that unless they side in like Snowman Eater. I summon my other Gear Frame, and things are starting to look really good for me. I swing with both, and they both go through, so I'm gonna assume that back row is not Mirror Force. He just sets another back row and monster and passes, so yeah, this doesn't look good for him. I attack again. I attack. There's no point of summoning Fortress right now. I don't want to overcommit into a Torrential or Mirror Force. I just set MST and pass. Just keep putting the pressure with these 2 Gear Frames that are already on the field. Like, he's gonna have to do something to these Gear Frames eventually. He's low on life points. Here he top decks Whirlwind. And I'm fine with this because I have MST. I'm gonna go ahead and MST that immediately. He says think. So I'm thinking maybe he has Solemn Judgment. Like, what else would you think, you know? Maybe Dark Bribe. He attacks into my Gear Frame, which I'm okay with. Like, I have Solidarity. And I draw into a gadget, which is really nice here. Usually gadgets by themselves are like not that great, but once you have it backed up by Solidarity, it's amazing in this matchup. Again, I summon the gadget first before I activate Solidarity to avoid Bottomless. Here I activate Solidarity, and he has no response. So now I believe I'm gonna activate Smashing Ground because he was thinking on the MST to the Whirlwind. That does give me the vibe that he has Solemn, and I want to force it out here if he has it. And he chains Deck Devi, which is perfectly fine with me. Like, I have Solidarity on the field, so my green gadget's not gonna die. The only thing that's gonna die is my red gadget in hand, which is whatever, you know, I don't really care. And he just scoops it up. He has no response to this attack, and that will be GG. Well, it looks like he had the Solemn set, but it didn't matter because he was gonna Solemn the Smashing Ground, and I attack over with Gear Frame, and then green gadget for game, basically. So yeah, GG. Gear Frame, Machina in general, I think has a really good matchup versus Blackwings, especially if you play Solidarity. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. This is Ghost Rider 15 signing out.